Says Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I am your nightmare. Why do you call?
And we are back. Hello and welcome everyone who is joining us on our on Pentaclick eSports Hearthstone Season 2 Tournament 6. Thank you again everyone who decided to take their time out of the day to watch our tournament. We are in the semi-finals. Hockey13 against Tholwmenos.
We're looking at you, Tholwmenos Army. We're getting a correction here on how we should pronounce this guy's name. I believe, Tholwmenos?
Tholwmenos, yes.
Okay, so Tholwmenos is anyway much easier to speak, and we're not gonna get confused with speaking. Like Donnie is calling him Falnos, like what the hell?
Tholwmenos! Like Mentos. But okay,
Mentos.
Tholwmenos is playing Zoo versus Zoo.
So exciting, but we already like see
I'm
considerable.
so excited, and I just can't hide it.
Okay, keep going.
Anyway, yeah,
I was just
we
gonna
do
say-
see some trades.
No,
Mr. Bronze.
What I was gonna say. Never mind. Go on.
Always gonna say that Mr. Bronzebeard dies to the power of overwhelming power. That didn't quite come out as I wanted.
Power of overwhelming power, yes. Well, this is pretty nice bait, I'd say. Like, you forced the power on a mini that wasn't highly relevant. There was no, like, battle cries in this hand. What's interesting for me is that we already see quite the important difference in hand quality of these two players. Like, I think Aki's hand is much superior right now. Tholwmenos. I would have to get used to that. Tholwmenos is kind of sitting on a hand which requires him to have a board to be effective.
Yes, all he can do is tap and play egg.
Yeah, whereas Hockey can really just play his cards and they're like right on their own. I guess good enough though, I'd say.
You imp gang boss, you either tap or pedal. I think pedaling is better.
Yeah, you want a peddler because you're gonna gotta play this Doom Guard soon, so.
Yep. And go to the dome. No need to do anything else. The egg will be popped. The second act will be played. But first we tap. We draw a low tap. And we pop the egg. Yeah, but
blowing quite a bit of mana each turn, and he's getting low too, so not the most effective play. Like, you can't even power overwhelming your egg next turn, because you kind of want to play the bonus boom.
yeah, Hockey's never lucky.
That would have just like, I think that was quite passive. I just like went for the 4 Doom Guard play. Although Giant Wolf Alpha is pretty painful to let go, I guess.
So what we're sitting here on, it's 6 plus 8, 10, 1 more point of damage, which we know Hockey has. We do see a Lothep, and we do see a Void Color, but that's not gonna be enough since the Doom Guard.
No, it is enough, right?
Oh,
Like, he's at 14 health effectively thanks to that Void Walker.
oh yeah. I forgot about the power element. But Mr. Boom in the house on the 1s and 2s.
This should be it, unless you can, like, find your Sea Giant and tap into Argus. I'm not sure that's even good enough at this point.
He somehow finds a Shadow Flame in the deck.
Peddlers can't find your Shadow Flames, so I guess.
Nope, they cannot. That was just a joke. Flame Imp! At this point, yeah, you just might as well try to kill yourself. Defender of Argus comes into play, but it's not gonna be enough, since Dr. since Dr. Boom and Doomguard will deal with it. But yeah, Tholwmenos on seeds and the Zoo fast game from what to be expected aggro versus aggro on Hockey13 puts himself on the board and takes game 1 of this best of 5 semi-final. And straight into the game 2, not much deliberation or thinking from these players. Hockey switches to Warrior while Tholwmenos sticks to his Zoo deck. Patron!
Well, that's a pretty good pick from Hockey then. Should be clearly favored against Zoo.
Yes, I do think he is favored. Also, but we will see. Maybe Tholwmenos will persevere and will find the victory and put himself on the board. Also, time will only tell as we are mulliganing. Hockey still contemplating what to keep, what to do. Oh no, opponent still. Sorry, Tholwmenos. Sorry. Tholwmenos still contemplating. He doesn't want to. I think he doesn't want to find a 1-drop. Only the question is, what do you sack? You might coin, actually. Okay, Power Element comes back. I will switch to Knife Juggler. And the game is beginning.
Well, I didn't see the mulligan from Tholwmenos' hand. I think Power is a not terrible card to keep, especially if you have the have some death rattles in your hand already.
Okay, hoping that there's no weapon, hoping that there's no slam. But we do know that there is a slam. So an aggressive play from Tholwmenos, try to be as aggressive as possibly can. Gets punished for it though. I think I would have preferred Creeper instead, or Peddling even.
Well, you didn't mind the slam on a juggler, it's not that terrible. The thing is, you don't really have a lot of good slam targets in Zoo, so I guess that was one of the best ones, but it's always a debate, you know, you play the juggler, the payoff is immense, if you can like... You see the warrior matchup is already not that... Well, against actually Control Warrior is pretty good, but you're like fighting maybe he knew what Hockey's deck was, so if he knows his patron, you go for the risk play, right? You kind of have to kill him fast. And Juggler just like gives you the most amount of damage early. Like, there's a ton of reasons why you would play Creeper first, but he was just wanted to get the payout, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with your analysis, and Tholwmenos does populate his board a bit with Hunter Creeper and an Argent Squire. Deathbite is equipped, and the Squire will allow the Acolyte to draw at least 1 card. Second, Knife Juggler isn't
draw 3
Tholwmenos'
cards because you're never gonna like power roaming just to kill the Acolyte for free. Have good plays though. Anything you play kind of dies. You would really like to have a Death Rattle here, or maybe taunt something. Work. And the thing is that there's a patron looming with the next Deathbite spin. You would love if he draws in a rage. I don't think this game can be won by Tholwmenos. And you have like 2 draws from the Acolyte as well, too. So
Yeah, this is not a good spot for the Zoo player, most definitely.
I still think you kind of have to play the left up here because that protects your Creeper from getting whirlwinded down.
With what mana?
Well, you just attack Creeper and it dies because that the Death Rattle isn't played first.
Okay.
Basically, you would basically force the Deathbite swing on the left and you protect your Creeper. But yeah, Owl top deck was sick, honestly. The tap into the Owl was pretty good.
Like, you couldn't play the low tap last turn. You can play now.
Oh, you can?
4 mana is not enough.
Oops.
Okay, anyway. So what do you do here? The Frothing Berserker is not good news by any stretch of imagination, and you don't necessarily have a good way to deal with it.
You have no way of dealing with it, actually.
Now you do. Abusive Power Overwhelming allows you to do it.
Yeah, it does. What do you do it though? Basically, forfeit your board to a Deathbite swing.
Well, you're gonna lose your board anyway.
Yeah, you just play minion
and-
afterward.
And you're gonna leave the opponent with a pretty big minion, so I think you go for it.
So many possibilities.
Yeah, but you invest quite a bit of damage from your hand. I don't think that's a good proposition. He does do your play.
The rope is there. Did he issue the commands?
I sure did. It's not that hard. There's like no animations that prevent you from hitting frauding after you kill the hog.
Eating into the hockey's time. Though,
That's a bummer. But we're looking at patrons here.
yeah, 4 patrons is pretty good. Or
Well,
so I hear.
and you have the BIM follow-up as well, so it's pretty nasty.
Man, remember pre-Warsaw Commander nerf? Man, that was some time. Man, the quick concede from Tholwmenos. As
Well, that was really pretty prospectless. I like the juggler play. I think Tholwmenos did what he could, but Patron just had a pretty good hand. Did miss the inner rage, but it wasn't necessary. The ghoul was surprisingly annoying. I wonder what's Hockey's last tech? If it's Druid, Tholwmenos has a chance. It is Druid, so we might see a reverse sweep here because Tholwmenos' decks are pretty good against midrange Druid.
and it is in fact mid-range Druid for Hockey. All he has to do is win one more time to get to secure a spot into the finals. And as you said, Tholwmenos has to make a reverse sweep.
Druid's hand's pretty good though.
Yeah, there's early board, there's ramp, and then there's good 4-drops to come. Most definitely one of the best hands against, I think, in any situation.
I wonder if you coin Wildgrowth with this hand because you have Living Roots hero power play for turn 3. Or do you just straight up Living Roots? Because it's kind of bad. The Living Roots trade for the Squire. Yeah, because you want a Wildgrowth on turn 2, so I don't know.
I think it's a bit like you don't accelerate your 4-drop either way, and I think it's a bit more.
Yeah, but the problem is like by doing this play, you have a useless coin in your hand. That's the issue.
I just think giving the amount of potential 7-drops in the Druid's deck, I think coin might still find the use.
That's 3 turns ahead, and you don't
Well,
have an inner rate. This is not a bad coin play though, but it still feels kind of bad. I actually think I like the bear into Harrison, and you have your 4 depths combined with a hero power. Maybe you draw a Wrath. This coin, if this coin sticks in the hand for too long, it's going to be really unpleasant, I think.
That might be the case, most definitely. Reddit Nerubin for that abusive, or for that power, or for that defender of Argus, whichever it might need. But the silence will fall. Yeah, and the coin right now is kind of just there, not doing that much. So maybe using coin earlier might have been more wiser. But anyway,
you have a Gormok play here, I think. I think you buff the creeper, kill the shredder, and then play Gormok on the keeper. At the worst case, maybe if the drop from the shredder is severe enough, you can like Gormok the shredder drop. I think that's pretty good.
yeah. Given that the Druid will fight for the board the best he can, I think, yeah.
Yeah, killing creeper is better. I mean, killing the keeper. I thought I said creeper, but I think I said keeper. Is better than killing the thing that heals you.
Mistress of Pain.
Oh, he does use force here to clear. Partially clear, I might imply. Well, this is what I like. Like, Hockey recognizes that you have no combat pieces in hand. You can't let the board get too out of control, so he quickly addresses it. And meanwhile, Tholwmenos' hand is shaping up pretty nicely, actually. Could use the chance to implosion here because I think that was definitely a swipe play if the opponent had it and he chose not to play it. So I would have loved for him to capitalize like on the chance to get an implosion where there's no potential swipe.
Maybe, yeah. But he decides to play a bigger body instead.
Incidentally, something that doesn't die about overwhelming as well. But the Argus is going to make the trade pretty nasty for him. Wants up the 5-5 and he has the 6-6 trade down for the 5-5.
That's an in-game boss now. No. That's put into question, do I want to taunt upload up or save the taunt for him?
You definitely want to play the... Wow, I don't like this. Like... You do make it pretty awkward for the Druid to clear your left after you've buffed it. Like, it's not that relevant to give this in. Like, you have no other minion you want to really buff. Like, this Imp Gang boss plus the egg is just not strong enough in my opinion.
Well, he tries to be a bit greedy. Probably will turn up his Imp Gang boss, but we do see a Keeper of the Grove in the hand, so that will shut down that plant. Implosion time seems to be... So Implosion power overwhelming? No taunt?
I think you played Implosion and you Argus. I think. Does like I like the tap play. I don't know what you're specifically looking for, but the tap play isn't bad.
When in doubt, tap. That's the motto.
Well, you have options with your hand currently, so I'm not sure about that statement. It does Argus. Ugh, that's pretty. Actually.
I'm not sure about this line of play though. Here comes Keeper!
The problem with these implosions is you're holding onto them for so long. Like, by now your opponent's bound to draw into a swipe, which he still hasn't drawn, but like, you would assume he has it by now, and these implosions are just gonna be so bad.
Finally, the coin finds its target. With that Azure Drake, Living Roots are able to deal with the Defender of Vargas. And yeah, I completely agree with your implosion, that holding on to implosion for far too long. I would have used it last turn.
No, he does not say the boom. Weight of the big game hunter. That is actually in the hand.
Elven Archer would be quite nice if that was a 3 damage.
Yeah, that was good sequencing by Tholwmenos. I like his clockwork now better than the Eternity Attendant.
Well, he decides to go for the taunt, not the spare part. Druid of the Claw appears on the board to protect Hockey and his life points while shape-shifting and Keeper of the Grove deal with the Void Walker. Probably. I would suspect we're gonna see Doom now. Like, you could actually Doom and play the Giant and give 2 BGH targets, so one protects the other in a way.
I like bludgeoning here again.
And no! Implosion time!
Kinda want to deal with at least one minion on his board this turn.
The Sea Giant does appear, which will get properly sniped by the guy who says that he has a beast in his side.
Sea Giant's no beast. Big game hunter.
Watch him. Watch the BGH. But first, drawing cards.
Yeah, he's looking for lethal. If he finds Savage Roar, I believe that's lethal.
Yes. No. No. Yes.
Well,
yes. No. No. It's not.
He has the Innervate game. That was an acceptable play as well. Swipes. Wow. Druid actually managing to win without swipes. I'd say he's like won already, but it does really look like he's won. So yeah, kind of need the power here, and power used to lose to this shade, I believe.
Yep. Hockey's
Wow.
gonna take it.
Druid manages to stand firm even against 2. Well done by Hockey so far. 3-0 against Tholwmenos, which put up quite the show in his match against who was it?
I already forgot.
Demolisher, exactly.
Yes, Demolisher. But yeah, as you mentioned, it's a sweep from Hockey13 against Tholwmenos, as he is pronounced. Too bad Tholwmenos was so close to getting into the finals, but he didn't. Hockey will take his spot. So we're waiting for